Which brings us to today. Insatiable Americans need more than just fast service, surprisingly edible food and a painstakingly crafted image. After all, America isn't really all about instant food. It's about instant gratification. Thanks. Here in historic Micanopy in Florida, there's a 24-hour diner that offers a little something extra, or maybe a little something less, with your meal. Let's just say that if the Fantasy Cafe Risque had al fresco dining, the beautiful waitresses would be sporting all over suntan. The cafe is located at a major highway exit. For miles, billboards announce, "Gentlemen, whet your appetites." Cafe Risque's largely male clientele is a blend of locals, truckers and bewildered hungry families that thought the sign said Cafe Risque. The owner of Cafe Risque is John Chambers, a professional wrestler. John, did you have any worries that maybe the combination of such risque entertainment with a menu would maybe put people off eating?
Well, we thought about that quite a lot, and I don't think it's a problem. I don't think we're going to get many customer complaints, and we got some people that eat rather slow while they're watching the entertainment.
Marilyn, tell us what this place offers the general public.
General public, well, offers entertainment, food, mainly everything that you see at a Denny's, but a little bit more.
What would be the finest meal you offer here? If you were going to bring someone special out here, what would you recommend?
Shrimp dinner. We've got Salisbury steak, we've got eggs and bacon. We serve that with a nude waitress, by the way. The nude waitress serves you your eggs and bacon. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Mr. Chambers insists his cafe maintain the family atmosphere of typical roadside restaurants, except that here, gratuities aren't placed on the table.
My job is here is to make everyone happy, you know, and make money and get lots of exercise.
Understandably, not everyone sees the world through Mr. Chambers' professional wrestler eyes.
We've come across some local groups and as a matter of fact, national groups that are opposed to nudity totally. And I think we've overcame them quite well so far, and we plan on expanding in the future.
Mr. Chambers opened a cafe for women with gyrating hunks. It was a failure. They came for the lunches, but not for the teas. This and his other Cafe Risque, however, are doing fine.
Well, we don't serve soup here. And the reason for that is because there's a lot of spillage in it, and we try to serve food that people can pick up with their hands and hold on to so they don't spill it all over.
Putting sex and food together is, in fact, a trend in the States. There are topless donut shops, nude popcorn concessions, even a naked hot dog vendor, all in the great American tradition of flashy packaging for flavorless goods. Louis' lunch and Kaylin's were but appetizers, and Cafe Risque a tempting side dish for the modern American fast food we know and love. Today, the franchises are firmly in charge. But will we love them tomorrow? Well, all too much like the way cockroaches adapt to avoid being killed off, so have the franchises evolved to survive the decades that will all too soon come crashing upon us. I have seen the future, and it is down on Wall Street in New York. Now, everybody likes going to nice restaurants, but let's face it, they're too darn slow. Why, merely one of those ritzy places can take half an hour. The future of food is, quite simply, fast food served in nice restaurants. And I've come to one of the fastest and nicest anywhere. Besides the white-gloved doorman and classy pianist, the menu includes fancy French stuff like cappuccino and croissants, and the food comes on silver trays. It's hard to believe we're back at McDonald's.
What we're giving our customers here is a five-star restaurant with customer service extending from the cash register. Oh, hi. Thank you.
This is your cash.
Thank you very much.
Would you like some sugar with it?
No, thank you. We're having our cappuccino here and our pastry from Dumas. This is another one of the things that is very special here, having our pastries and desserts served on black glossy plates with little doilies. And our customers love what we're doing here. They tell us every day, thank you for taking McDonald's, which they feel is their own. McDonald's customers feel they own all the McDonald's. You know, it's part of them. And we're just taking everything a step further and giving the customers what they want. And that includes, once they sit down, we give them a placemat, we give them napkins, we get their ketchup for them, we help them carry their packages to their table, we reserve tables for people. People come in here to relax in the afternoon and enjoy the ambiance of a place like this.
Yes, it's great to be in a fine restaurant and not in one of those cheap fast food places.
Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to McDonald's. May I help you? Oh, may I tell you?
Kid,
Darling, what happened?
it was an accident. An old pistol I kept for protection.
Have they sent for a doctor?
It's no use. We've so little time. Don't let's waste it.
But my darling...
Kid, take me in your arms. Hold me close.
She's not only a highwayman, but a murderer.
Oh, no.
I'm afraid there's no doubt.
But what can have happened to her? She used to be so sweet and lovely.
Who can tell what strange things go on in the human mind?
Loving you has been the one good thing in my life.
Everything in your life has been good. I'd stake my soul on it.
Those accounts come to you, and that's a fabulous number of accounts. And the money just poured in here.
Down in Carthage, Missouri, a man, a very, very wealthy man, a man who could certainly have 50 cars if he wanted, has created what seems to the thousands of tourists who visit daily like a little slice of heaven.
On behalf of Sam Butcher and on behalf of myself, my name is Larry and I'll be your tour guide. I love to talk to people about the Precious Moments Chapel. My first time as I walked into this room, I was awestruck. I was talking to a group of little children not long ago, and the tiniest little boy said, "Oh, the roof." So I would like to begin with the roof. The ceiling. Mr. Butcher began there, climbing the scaffolding, lying on his back 35 feet in the air as he painted just inches above his head. Paint fell into his eyes. As I talk with people and as I watch them when I'm giving tours, I can just see the emotions that they are going through. A 6-year-old said, "Oh, the big one is my most favoriteest picture because I lost 3 friends in the last year, and one of them was my almost grandma." As people stand there, they're moved, realizing that the loss of a loved one touches all of us. Mr. Butcher finished this painting in only 2.5 weeks and found that he could paint with both hands at the same time during that time. You see a kitten and a dog because people told Mr. Butcher that they thought their pets were in heaven. And there's a bluebird on the welcome sign because a lady came along and said, "I think my bird is there too." You see a baby in the center crawling toward its parents. On the left, friends hugging each other. They haven't seen each other for a long while.
It's a beautiful thing. Everything in there is really, really neat. You don't know how one person can do it.
The ceiling was fabulous. I can't imagine anyone painting on their back for as many hours as he did.
It was breathtaking, it really was. I haven't ever saw anything like that before.
Actually, walking into the chapel, I got chills. The way that he has incorporated the painting structure is just unbelievable.
It was more beautiful than I expected anything could be, really.
A comparison is inevitable. Only 2 men in history have painted such masterful ceilings, Mr. Sam Butcher and that Italian fella.
The chapel was first conceived in Mr. Butcher's mind probably many years ago, and after a trip to Italy and seeing the simple structures of the chapels that they have over there and also being inspired from the Sistine Chapel, Mr. Butcher decided that he would build it.
Build it he did, not as a place of worship, but rather as the world's largest shop window. Mr. Butcher's first fortune came in 1975 with some phenomenally successful greeting cards featuring his patented sad-eyed dead baby motif. But the money really cascaded in when the painter turned sculptor. Sad-eyed dead babies in 3 dimensions proved irresistible. They're now the world's #2 collectible and priced accordingly. American devotees have been known to take second mortgages on their trailer homes in order to complete a set. You can purchase these figurines along with other essentials at the Gift Mall, conveniently located just precious moments from the so-called chapel.
I think the last count, we have over 20 companies that are producing product for us, ranging from bedding to children's items like bottles, place settings, things like that, to watches. We have shirts, we have hats, or we're working on hats to have. I think that everyone's going to catch on to it, and I think everyone's going to see what's actually being said through it and what you can say through the precious moments.
You think of those figurines as just figurines, but when you see it in its entirety in a building and paintings and so forth, it's just wonderful. Well, they have such beautiful faces, and I think if a figurine has a beautiful face, it tells you something about what's inside and gives you a little hope and makes you happy.
Mr. Butcher loves all people. He has a wonderful gift. He sees a person's heart, and that comes through in his work.
It's a fact. The American dream really can come true. No matter how crass or unnecessary your product, if people are dumb enough to buy it, and they might very well be, you can become quite wealthy indeed. With most Americans happy to spend their not-so-hard-earned cash on pseudo-sexy suntan lotion or virtually watertight food storage or sappy little figures of dead babies invested with synthetic meaning, it's no wonder that America is the world capital of disposable treasure. And with so many Americans consuming so much shoddy, irrelevant rubbish, it's no wonder they generate many times more trash than any other nation. And, this being America, it was inevitable that someone would find a way of profiting from the trash itself.